Hi, I'm Eddie Griffiths, and I'm the High School Partnership Officer at Manchester United Foundation. And today we're in Media City recording part of our special podcast series for United Minds. I'm joined by Rohe, Ramissa, and Abia from Kingsway Park High School. And today we're going to be talking about a number of topics that we want the young people to discuss and you guys to give us your opinion on and what it means to you. So let's get started. So who've we got?
I'm Rohe and I'm in year 10.
And we've got...
I'm Ramissa, I'm in year 10.
I'm Abby and I'm in year 10.
Nice, perfect. And big welcome to you all, by the way. So let's jump straight in. Let's jump straight into it. What does LGBTQ plus mean to you?
A community which some people belong. Obviously, it's quite important to be visible because, you know, it's quite respectful as well. You need to make sure that you're there for each other because others that are going through the same thing, it's good to see that there's other people that relate.
There were two key words then for me, and you said community and visibility. So what did you mean by that?
Just basically being there for each other. It means a lot. So seeing each other or a community on social media even is quite big because when you see each other and you realise that, yeah, there's other people that relate to me. There's other people that have been through this. It's good to know that, you know, even if something's hard, like going through, it will be over. And
so it's like you belong.
Yeah.
For a sense of belonging. Perfect. Anyone else want to jump in? What they think? What about visibility?
You'll feel more comfortable coming out if you see other people like them, like how you feel.
Yeah, so they're like relatable and being comfortable and being part of something, absolutely. Where do you see the most representation for that community, the LGBTQ
Social
community,
media.
in your settings? Go on.
Social media.
Okay, go on. Expand a little bit more.
Like, I see it especially on TikTok. Just like people supporting each other, people coming out, sharing their stories. I feel like that's really important, like sharing your story. Because like people might think, oh, I'm by myself, like nobody feels this way. But realistically, somebody's like going through the exact same thing. And it's like, yeah, I'm going through that as well. Like, yeah.
That's amazing because we think about the power of social media, and social media gets a bad rap, and we've already done a podcast series on this.
Yeah.
But the fact that that could be used to channel that sense of pride and sense of belonging and and probably sense of self-worth as well, because you are part of something. Absolutely. Anything else? Well, what else do we see in terms of representation from the LGBTQ plus community in your schools or in your communities?
In school, it's just like you be who you want to be and you're accepted. Like no one sees you differently.
And you said that so simply, but there's so much power and importance behind it. Go on, expand a bit more.
No one, like you can do what you want. No one's going to see you differently in school. But like there are some people who, they think things, but they don't really say it and they just accept you. Which does make you feel better. Even though it's bad that they think them things, it makes you feel better because like, you know.
I love how simply you said that, and that's right. You can be who you want to be.
Yeah.
You can like who you want to like. You can identify as whoever you want to identify as, because you are you, and you can be as unique as you want to be because you are a human being that can do whatever they want. So you said it so simply, but the message behind it was so powerful. So it was really, really good. The term allies applies to kind of those in the community, the LGBTQ plus community, but also those that are outside that community. What do I mean by the term? What does it mean to you, the term allies?
Like people that are not part of it, as in like lesbian or gay, but they show support and they will like be there for them and speak up about it, even though like they might not be it themselves.
Perfect. So the key word there, support. Absolutely. Really, really good answer, by the way, Rohe. Anything else?
I think other people that support you, that are allies, is quite important because you know that just not the community that supports you, but others around also support you, which is really important.
Really good answers. And we've said a lot of positive things in this room, but I think we'd all be naive to think that discrimination doesn't still occur in our schools and in society, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah.
So what needs to happen for us to move forward? What needs to happen for us? Because the answers that you three gave are absolutely brilliant. What do we need to do to make sure that we're in a position where we'll keep moving forward? What needs to happen?
I think just become more knowledgeable about it. It's not necessarily being different, but it's just who you are.
It was a really good answer. And I think what you were coming to there is that giving people knowledge and experiences, because there might be some people in the community that don't have the experience of understanding what that actually means. So therefore, they are naively thinking and acting in a way because they lack understanding.
Yeah.
So that's a really good answer. Anything else from anyone, or anyone want to expand?
I feel like when you're not educated on something and you don't know about, you're like, what is that? Like, you're just like, you're not interested about it and it might come across as a negative way. instead of like it being taught to us. It's not really their fault if it's not like brought up around them in their community. It's up to like older people to like teach them and be like, look, this is normal. It's not a big force. It's just who you are.
So why is it important for it to be visible? And what do we do to increase visibility? You guys are, in 10 years' time, going to be the adults of tomorrow. Yeah, you're the next generation. So what do you do? What do we do in schools now to make sure that there's a long-lasting effect for the increase of visibility and allyship and other things?
Educating.
Okay, how?
Just like assemblies and stuff, telling people about it, like, yeah.
So perfect. So assemblies and knowledge. Anything else? What can be done?
Maybe just more lessons about like PSHE, maybe like finding who you are. Like you're not different, but you know, that's just who you are. Like everyone's unique in their own way.
Perfect. More role models, more people that
Yeah.
people feel like they can relate to.
Yeah.
That visibility for me is that it's there and it's in everyday life, and therefore it doesn't become something that isn't. It's just part of the way that we live, and rightly so, because we all are unique, like the things you've been saying. So really, really good. There'll be people in your schools who feel like they can't be accepted for who they are, and they want to be part of a community, but they feel like they can't. What advice would you give to those people?
Maybe reminding them.
Yeah.
Go on, remind them of what?
Just like letting them know that they're like, no one cares what you want to be or who you are. It's just, yeah, we all accept you.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
I feel like as teenagers, nobody like really makes a fuss about these type of things because it's like we're growing up, we're finding ourselves during our teen years, and it's just normal process of life.
Okay. Do you think there's a different? Good answer, by the way, both of you. Do you think there's a difference between how young people, i.e., those in school, approach the subject of LGBTQ plus compared to adults and older generations? Do you think there's a disparity in how it's?
Yeah.
Go on.
There's probably a difference because the older generation weren't as knowledgeable and like they didn't have as many lessons. Obviously, LGBTQ is quite a new thing.
Mm.
Like, obviously, the older generation, they're not used to it. So, yeah, I think the younger generation are quite more open.
Which excites me for the world of tomorrow, because if we're going to have young people like you fantastic three here who are sharing these fantastic opinions, you are going to be the next generations in years to come, and therefore I'd like to think that we're on an upward trajectory of making sure society is less discriminatory and allyship is on the rise, and we just love everybody for who they are. Yeah. It's been our first episode recording. I think you've been absolutely brilliant, you three. Is there any other little bits you'd like to add?
I think it's just okay to be yourself, even if it's hard and like people might look at you sideways or like think weird of it. Just stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself.
Really nice ending. Really nice ending. Rohe, I love that. Rohe, Ramissa and Abia, you've been brilliant. If you're watching, thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe to Manchester United Foundation. Give us a like, give us a follow. There's going to be more episodes coming in the future, and we'll see you next time.